What if I told you that overthinking is not a weakness? What if it is actually a sign of something deeper, something most people never understand about themselves? Today, I'm going to show you the real psychology behind overthinking and why the people who do it are not broken. They are just built differently. Overthinkers are not weak. They are not dramatic. They are not making problems out of nothing. They are people whose brains are wired to process information more deeply than most. Psychologists call this cognitive rumination. It is when the brain gets stuck in a loop, replaying events, analyzing outcomes, predicting futures. And while it can feel exhausting, it also means the overthinker's brain is highly active, highly analytical, and deeply aware. Studies show that people who overthink tend to have higher levels of creative intelligence. Their brains are constantly making connections between the past, the present, and the future. They are always asking, what if? What could go wrong? What does this mean? These are not signs of anxiety. They are signs of a mind that refuses to accept things at face value. The problem is not the thinking itself. The problem is when the thinking has no off switch, when the brain keeps running, even when the person desperately wants to rest. There is also a deeper emotional reason behind chronic overthinking. Most overthinkers grew up in environments where things were unpredictable, where they never knew what mood a parent would be in, where they had to read the room constantly, just to feel safe. So their brain learned, if I think ahead, if I prepare for every possible outcome, if I anticipate every danger, I can protect myself. Overthinking became a survival tool. And here is the painful irony. The very thing that protected them as a child is now exhausting them as an adult because the danger is gone, but the brain never got the message. Overthinkers also tend to be deeply empathetic people. They do not just think about their own problems. They think about other people's feelings. They replay conversations, not because they are insecure, but because they genuinely care about how their words affected someone. They are always asking, did I say the right thing? Did I hurt them? Could I have done better? If you are an overthinker, there are a few things I want you to know. First, your brain is not broken. It is overprotective. There is a difference. You are not weak for overthinking. You are someone whose mind learned to work overtime because at some point it had to. Second, overthinking is a habit, not a personality, which means it can be changed, not overnight, but slowly, with practice. The brain that learned to overthink can learn to rest. Third, the most powerful tool against overthinking is action. Not positive thinking, not journaling. Action. When you take even one small step, your brain gets a signal. The threat is being handled. I can stop running the simulation now. Action breaks the loop. Fourth, you need to give your brain a stopping point. Set a timer. Give yourself 10 minutes to think about a problem. When the timer goes off, make a decision. Any decision, and move forward. Your brain needs permission to stop. Give it that permission. Fifth, talk to someone you trust. Overthinking grows in isolation. The moment you say your thoughts out loud, that they lose power. They go from feeling enormous inside your head to being just words. Just thoughts, not facts. Overthinking is not your enemy. It is your brain trying to keep you safe. The goal is not to stop thinking. The goal is to think, and then let go. You are not too much. You are not too complicated. You are just someone with a mind that never learned how to rest, and that can change starting today. If this helped, subscribe. New psychology video every week. See you next time.